Welcome to another In Wheel Time podcast, a 30-minute mini version of the In Wheel Time car show that airs live every Saturday morning.
Welcome to the award-winning In Wheel Time car talk show.
Central.
Coming up, we head across the pond to talk to Lincoln Small about Abarth and Radborn Racing. Later, Jeff will bring us some of his car culture, the 5 biggest car collections in the world.
Yep.
And Mars reviews the Volvo EX40. We've all been on pins and needles waiting for this review for months. And he's going to do it right here on this show in this hour.
Let's hope we don't run out of time for that.
Howdy, along with Mike out of this world, Mars. We always need more Jeff Zekin. I'm Don Armstrong, so glad that you could join us on this Saturday morning. Let's head across the pond, shall we?
Let's do it. I'll drive.
So, I want to introduce everybody to Lincoln Small. He's the author of a book called Abarth, Radborn Racing, and Me, a memoir of iconic cars and racing adventures. Lincoln, it's good to see you. Thanks so much for joining us.
It's my pleasure. Thank you very much for inviting me.
Well, you're in the dark, and we can see most of the ceiling of your room that you're in.
How about, is that any better?
Well,
that helps a little bit.
You got to put that on your face.
There you go. Tilt your screen down, your camera down. Just a
touch.
There you go.
There you are.
He's a writer. He's not a TV guy.
Okay, all
but,
right.
But we are blessed. We are blessed by his presence. So, how are you, and how are things over there in jolly old England?
I'm very well. Jolly old England it's still quite jolly.
That's good. Well, we're glad to hear that. Well, we got a note that said you'd written this book, and we said, well, what's the name of the book? And they told us, and we said, we got to have him. And so, and we appreciate you joining us today. So tell me a little bit about, obviously there's some sort of a marriage here between Abarth. Now, I'm pronouncing it the way I was taught how to pronounce it.
Abarth's correct.
Correct.
The pronunciation is
because,
correct.
you know, there are people that go, oh, it's Abarth. No, it's not.
That's
it's
it.
Abarth. And Radborn, and I guess Radborn is a racing company?
Yes.
Yes.
It was. It was one of the principal racing companies, as you quite rightly put it, during the 1960s and early 70s. And I founded the company along with 2 other good guys, and we went racing. But there was a lot more to it than that. Principally, in England at the time, there was a great racing car movement. It was a lot of cottage industry, but successful. And they ended up, as you're aware, of producing most of the Formula One cars of today. But the original England, if you like, as far as relatively modern cars were concerned, was the 1960s. And in Italy, there was a company called Abarth. And Abarth was a tuning concern primarily, but they also manufactured accessories. They were founded in 1948, and during the ensuing period, they started to design and build some of the most wonderful, wonderful cars you can imagine.
They were a hot rod company.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, hot rod for us is actually a derogatory statement.
Oh God!
Oh
no.
man!
Well, you need to come over. You need to come over here because we like
I'm
the
just
term
going to
hot.
swim over the pond again.
Yes, do that. See, it's not derogatory here. Actually, it's if you're associated with the hot rod community, then you belong to a unique group of guys that are real car aficionados.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay. A hot rod for us is more of a kit car ideology. And so, obviously, we're making a mistake. Well, I'll put it to rights.
Well, no, I see.
I will.
See, I will just go with what you say because I love British culture. I love the humor, Monty Python. I like all of the crazy stuff that comes out of there, mainly the comedy. You kind of set the bar high when it comes to comedy and music as well, I might add. But so I'm a big fan. So there you go.
That's great. It's lovely to hear.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Please pass that along.
Yep.
On behalf of the king, I'll accept the
Thank you very much. Have a pint on me.
Yes.
Definitely.
All right, so let's talk about. So we got
Yes.
Abarth, the company. Now let's talk about Radborn Racing.
Well, Radborn Racing was a company that, as I said, was founded by me and another two people. And the logic behind it, if you like, was the fact that saloon car racing, as we call it, was getting very, very popular. And the leading car of the small engine brigade was the Mini Cooper.
Yes.
Mini Coopers were an amazing cultural phenomenon because they were a utility vehicle, but they ended up being a world championship. And now, and when you look back, there was only one other car, actually, that they had to contend with, and that was the Fiat Abarth. And Abarth saw what was happening in England, and but the Mini was selling in very small quantities in Italy, but the Fiat 500 and 600 was selling in enormous quantities. And of course, Carlo Abarth decided there and then that that was his market. And he and a number of other engineers designed and built cars to compete in the European scene mainly with Fiat Abarth 595s and 695s. And these little cars producing very, very low horsepower were amazing on the track. Their handling capacity was fantastic, and they really did manage to humiliate lots of very, very large engine cars that were competing in higher classes. So
Well, they didn't weigh anything.
No, they were nothing. Absolutely.
Right.
They were. That was, one of the great things about them. Their weight was nothing.
So when they sold the Mini
Yes.
at the dealership, how much horsepower did the car have originally? 50 horsepower?
Not that much, no. It would have the Mini, I think, probably would have been around about 20 horsepower.
Wow. So it was less than the Volkswagen
Oh yes,
Beetle.
yeah, but it was only 850cc.
Wow.
Yeah, they make motorcycles bigger
Yeah.
than that. Yeah.
Much, much bigger.
Yes,
of course.
yes.
Absolutely.
So how did the Abarth and the Radborn Racing come together in your book?
I was living in Italy. I saw little Abarths, Fiat Abarths, all over the roads. They were like an epidemic in Italy.
Yeah, right.
And I thought that they would make it. They were wonderful. I fell in love with them and decided that they should be sold in England, where as I said, where there was a good market for that kind of car. I brought one back. I borrowed a racing car from Abarth, and I brought it back with me. And I'm making this as short as sweet because I know time's limited. So with the small racing car, we set off, and the crowd really loved it. It was the one car on a grid of 20 cars. It was the one car that was not a Mini Cooper. And you're always going to support the underdog.
Absolutely, yeah.
Right.
And we had tremendous support. Also, it turned into it turned into a profitable concern as well, which is very difficult to appreciate because the old joke, of course, of how do you make a small fortune in motor racing? Well, you start with a large one.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, I could argue that. I know somebody that had a large fortune before he started in racing, and he had nothing when he finished.
Yes. That's
Well,
the
there
point.
you go,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's the point.
So I would assume that by racing this car, that you also sold the Abarth parts. And
Yes.
so were there Abarth stores? Or
Yes.
There were okay. So they were storefronts, so I could go and I could buy a manifold. I could buy a high-performance carburetor. Basically bolt-on stuff that I could do myself for the most part.
That's quite right. The stores were actually in the dealers. They were usually in Fiat dealerships.
Mm-hmm.
Fiat was supporting it by... they were paying money for anybody to win a race in a Fiat Abarth. And you could go to the Fiat dealers there and say that you would like to compete. But unfortunately, very few dealers really wanted to get involved with it. It was not their cup of tea. And so they decided, therefore, to set up, or we decided, I should say, we had the concession for Abarth for the UK at this time. And we decided that the best way forward was to open dealerships. So we did. We opened dealerships. Each dealership had, as you would call it, a store, and the parts were then readily available, and the technical expertise we had as well. So we were able to offer that to people who wanted to do DIY tunings, if you like.
Right. And with the store, I would assume that you had a service facility that, okay, I want to Abarth my car up. You sell me the parts and you put them on the car. Yeah, I guess you offered those services as well.
Yes, exactly right. Exactly right.
Yeah. Well, what a great marriage.
We would convert your own car, your own Fiat, into a Fiat Abarth. And that was another way around it. There was a taxation problem in England at the time. It was called purchase tax, and it was levied at about 30%.
Wow!
And the problem, obviously, is that it was there to kill the.
Oh, we got him froze up.
Come out, where you are. No, he's...
Did we lose him?
We might have.
It's probably that cable under the ocean that went south on us.
Yeah, we lost him.
We did? Well, hopefully he'll dial back in.
Okay.
Because he's froze up on our screen coming to us from Great Britain. I didn't ask him where exactly he is.
He's in London.
He is in London?
Yes.
I wonder if he knows Benny Hill.
Well, he
Benny's
probably visits him graveside now,
Yeah.
I'm sure, yeah. So there's that. Well, that all sounds fascinating. I will say that back in the day, gosh, I guess it was somewhere around 2000. Remember when they brought the Fiat 500 to the United States?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
And Chrysler made a big deal out of that.
Yep.
Did you go to Las Vegas? Were you in Las Vegas with me for that? So they brought us to Las Vegas, flew us into Las Vegas, and did this unveiling, and then they sent us out to Pahrump, Nevada, where there is a small racetrack out there.
Yes.
What do you know something that I don't?
No.
Yes, you do. You're smiling because why?
I worked for AT&T. Las Vegas is an independent. I think it's Verizon or somebody like that. The handoff point was in Pahrump, Nevada. That is the closest place that legalized prostitution exists to Las Vegas.
See,
there you go.
There we go. That's where we were
This week
at.
in auto history.
Well, I didn't get to. They didn't take us to the prostitutes
Or the Pahrumps.
out there. They took
Pahrump
us out to
sisters.
Pahrump, and they let us drive these Abarths out on the racetrack. It was a road course, small one. It was 2 tons of fun because these are hopped up cars from the factory. Mm-hmm. So you order the Abarth package from the Fiat dealer, and they either got them in stock or they'll order you one specifically. I assume that they still have these things. I don't really know. But whatever the case may be, I will tell you that we had a good time out there, and I actually still have a little box that the press kit came in. It's a little wooden box that says Abarth on it.
Oh, be darned.
I got it in there on my
I was
desk.
with ATD at the time. They did a tire release for the new tires.
Did you go out to Pahrump?
No. This was here in Houston. They did it here in Houston at some hotel lobby or whatever. That was mainly what we did. We didn't go out to the Vegas thing. But yeah, I was with ATD at the time.
Yeah, there was a bunch of us, and we were just one flight of people out there. They fly us in, give us dinner, give us a little presentation, then they take us out to the racetrack the next day after the unveiling, if you will. And I had my picture taken with a girl that was on. She was in the commercials.
Oh.
No, Mr. Dirty Mind down there.
They hand out when you're walking down the street at.
Not that.
I forgot about
you know,
those.
you certainly do know an awful lot about this.
Well,
I've
been told. I've been told a
You're
lot
such
of things.
a liar.
He's been a liar. He's a Perumpian. Is that what they call him?
Apparently so.
No, I applied to transfer out there several times.
He flew direct from Neederville to Pahrump, Nevada. But he had other things on his mind. Is Becky listening to this program?
Hope not.
Let me call her on the
Martha
phone.
Pahrump.
Becky
Pahrump.
Becky, you need to tune in right now because Mars is giving it all up and telling all the dirty stories.
There you go.
Mars, sometimes. Anyway, so I'm sorry that we lost our connection.
Yeah, don't look like we're going to get him back.
Yeah, with Lincoln Small, author of Abarth, Radborn Racing and Me, a memoir of iconic cars and racing adventures. That sounds like a fun book. Anyway, it's on Amazon.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It's available on Amazon.
Yeah, so there you go. Check it out. Abarth, Radborn Racing and Me.
Somehow I'm not texting the international
And
phone numbers
we appreciate all our international guests. We really do.
We do.
They take their time out of their day.
I think is it an 8-hour difference?
Yeah, it was 5 o'clock his time when we started.
Oh, there you go. Now he's going to go out and drink that pint that I bought him.
Yeah, have a banger.
Bangers and mash.
Do they have that there, or is it a different?
No,
country?
I think they have that there, but I can't remember what it is.
It's
mashed potatoes. But what's the bangers?
Isn't it like bangers are like
sausages?
Yeah,
yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, I can't even imagine what they put in those things. But
kielbasa, sausages, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah. All right. Just ahead, Jeff's Car Culture: 5 biggest car collections in the world, and what we've all been waiting for months. Mars review of the 2025 Volvo EX40. And there's a story behind it all, and he's going to tell it all before the review. The In Real Time Car Talk Show continues right after this.
The Tex-Mex dining experience is defined by Lupi Tortilla, your destination for Texas's best beef fajitas and frozen margaritas. Since 1983, Lupi Tortilla has served authentic and time-tested recipes made with the freshest ingredients. Atmosphere is part of the award-winning experience at Lupi Tortilla, all developed in a little house near Highway 6 and I-10 in West Houston. Visit any of the Lupi Tortillas and you'll see the same attention to detail in each and every location. Start your Lupi experience with queso flameado and guacamole, along with a classic frozen margarita. Dine on famous Lupi beef and chicken fajitas, or pepper shrimp brochette, or a fish or vegetarian entree, and finish with a scrumptious flan for dessert. Find Lupi Tortilla in Houston, College Station, Beaumont, Austin, San Antonio, and Dallas-Fort Worth. There's a Texas location near you. The recipes are authentic and time-tested. The ingredients always fresh. Lupi Tortilla, he's pretty good. Apple or Android, In Wheel Time podcast can be found everywhere, on the stream and through downloads. Whether you're on the road or at home and jonesing for a different kind of car talk show, give In Wheel Time a try. Honest new car reviews, fun, informative interviews with real car people, weekly automotive news, features like Jeff's Car Culture and Mike's Driving Destinations, all on In Wheel Time. Check us out on SiriusXM Podcasts, iHeartRadio, or while you're shopping on Amazon, through Amazon Music. InWheelTime.com has a list, and we know you love lists. All right, In Wheel Time is back home in the Sugar Shack studios this week. And
Okay.
I'm sorry? What did he say?
There was a technical discussion, if you don't mind.
Who are you technically with?
Him.
Sue's down there. She's being technical.
Well, I thought I interrupted something. Did you want me to start this segment all over again? Or did you forget?
No, I think we can go from here.
We'll be all right.
All right. In Wheel Time is back home in the Sugar Shack studios, and we hope you'll join us 10 to noon Central Time every Saturday for our live rendition about all things automotive. Thanks for being with us today. Time now for Jeff's Car Culture. 5 biggest car collections in the world. Ready, set, go.
Well, there's more than 5, but these are my 5, and they're at the top of the list. So here we go. If you're into classic or rare cars, you've probably heard of the massive car collections of folks like Jay Leno. But do you know the sheer scope of some of these collections? Well, here we go. This is Dmitry Lomacov, as historical treasures. That's what he calls this. Total value of this collection to be determined. They're still trying to put the pencil to it. With over 120 vintage and classic and motorcycles, Lomacov has spent 40 years amassing a collection to celebrate the rich history of the automobile. He's motivated by a deep desire to preserve these historical treasures to the best of his ability and pay tribute to the automotive heritage with his impressive collection. This rare collection is on display in the Museum of Old-Timer Cars and Motorcycles in Moscow. The notables include a 1930s bike called Red October and a Leningrad 8. A lot of these are Soviet-era military vehicles.
Well, that's what I want to go see.
There you go. But they're also pretty rare. Okay, Michael, the next one, and it's someone that we all know, Ken Lingenfelter's performance-driven collection, yeah. Total value, again, to be determined. Oh, sorry, Mike. That blurred out. Sorry, buddy. It's a testament for his love and performance of the speed. Housing over 200 vehicles in a 40,000 square foot building, Lingenfelter's collection is one of the biggest car collections in the U.S. Particularly fascinated by the General Motors vehicles, his first car being a 69 396 375 Camaro. He kept his passion alive by adding a daily driver of a ZR1 Corvette. One of his most cherished possessions, Don, is a pristine, all-original 1980 Chevrolet, a Chevette with less than 10,000 miles on the odometer. The next one we have, Mike, we probably messed it up, but it's Gary Duncan's private collection with a total value of $10 million.
Is that it?
Gary's private collection stands out as a focus of Japanese cars. His passion is driven by a love of unique and rare vehicles that never made it to the American market. His collections include 100 Nissan Fuegos, as well as other exceptional models like the Toyota Century and the Nissan President. Duncan has over 4,000 vehicles in his collection, including a Japanese fire truck. There you go. I think he's got a couple of Aston Martins in there, too.
I want to go back to the Lingenfelter collection because I had a chance. Did you ever go out there? Did you ever see his collection?
Didn't buy it.
So, you know, his cousin, John, who was killed in a car crash, he started Lingenfelter. Mm-hmm. And then Ken, after his death, took it over and has done quite well with the company.
Amazing.
Nice guy. Sat down with him in his office, very small office, there at the facility in Wixom, Michigan.
Yeah.
And it's kind of in a neighborhood, to be honest with you. And he just finished doing this. He had a Pontiac Solstice. Remember those things?
Yeah.
Like the
Fiero.
Fiero.
Little two-seater.
Yeah, a little two-seater. He put an LS1 motor in it, but it was all hopped up, you know, probably 1,000 horsepower. He said, yeah, I took my daughter to school, and the problem was that I couldn't even let off the brake because it would burn rubber all the time. And he said, it really wasn't practical. It wasn't, well, the school called him and said, you cannot burn rubber here. I won't bring the car again. So that was one of the stories, but a beautiful collection. One of the things that he also had in the collection was a Corvette, and it was a 54 Corvette.
Wow.
Okay, looked completely stock, except on the front of it, instead of the Corvette moniker, the script, it had supercharged, and there was Paxton Superchargers was trying to sell them the technology and the part to do a supercharger on the Blue Flame 6 because they knew that they were about to go to the V8 engine in 55 in the Corvette. And he had the only one that GM actually made, and the supercharger was on it. It was all completely stock. So one of the many things in his collection. It's truly amazing. And what he does is he offers General Motors, if they want to have any kind of group meeting or anything like that, some sort of evening event, he will arrange that part of the shop, if you will, and rearrange the cars so there's room for people to move around and have dinner and stuff like that. Yeah,
kind of like the Hemi Hideout. You can be in there around all the cars, and that's pretty cool.
Anyway, I'm sorry.
That's all right. The next one we've got is Sheikh Hamad bin Hamadan. The off-road kingdom total valuation, Michael, $2.3 billion.
Jeez.
The Sheikh, affectionately known as the Rainbow Sheikh, takes a different approach to his car collection, whereas some of the sultans in the area collect luxury vehicles and sports cars.
He's the Sultan of SWAT.
Sultan of rainbows. This Sheikh's passion lies in off-road vehicles. His unique vehicle collection is housed in a custom-built pyramid and is a dedicated museum in Dhabi, Abu Dhabi. This is Dhabi, making it a true automotive wonderland.
Wait a minute. Wasn't he in the Star Wars series? Dobby? Whatever.
No, I think it was a Flintstone.
Little
Abu
short
Dhabi
guy.
Do, I think. Could have been a Flintstone. The Sheikh's diverse array of vehicles is open to the public. Proud displays of head turners like a massive Mercedes-Benz W16 monster truck. The collection also contains a Porsche 986, a rainbow Fiat 500, and the world's largest running Jeep, a 1950s Power Wagon.
That one right there is a Dodge.
Yeah, that's the Power Wagon there. The next one, Michael, the granddaddy of it all, is the Sultan of Brunei. Biggest car collection in the world of $5 billion. Rarest cars, a special edition Ferrari F50 Boldy. B-O-L-I, Bolidi. But it's an F50, we know that. When it comes to the world's largest private collection, the Sultan of Brunei reigns supreme. Over 7,000 vehicles, valued at approximately $5 billion. The Sultan's collection is nothing short of legendary. His car collection includes more than 600 Rolls-Royces, 450 Ferraris, 20 Kosingens. What is that, Michael? Kosingens?
It's a very fast car.
That guy, and 6 David Porsches. So moving on from that, he's got a lot of McLarens among the prestigious brands. However, what truly sets his collection apart are the rare custom-built vehicles like the Rolls-Royce Silver Spur 2, which is modified to be a wedding limousine. How about that? The Sultan's collection also contains more than a dozen Bentley Javas, concept cars from the 1994 Geneva show. So how about that?
Well, I was going to say, Mars, we've been looking forward to this review so much that we're going to postpone it.
To the next half hour.
Yeah, we're going to put it to the next half hour because I kind of gabbed myself to death.
That's what we do here. We gab.
We do that.
I can save it till next week if we need to.
No, I know that you want to, but you're not going to.
Well, I need to get it done.
You need to get off your plate.
So what we're going to do is we're going to put it after Michael Wooding brings us up to speed on the classic car market.
Okay.
Evaluations and valuations and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's do that.
Interesting stuff there.
All right. Yes, I know.
We're close.
Huh?
We're close to yeah. I know what you're thinking.
No, you don't. You don't want to know
That's
what
true.
I'm
I don't.
You really don't want to know what I'm
going to
thinking.
go need the shower after it.
Yeah, probably. I'm really disappointed that we lost connection with our British friend.
Well, he tried to call back just a few minutes ago while we were into that, and
we had to move on.
But he was on the phone though, and on my cell phone, not on where we could put him into it.
Yeah.
Call and collect.
Again,
I don't know. Maybe that's why I didn't answer it.
Well, you're the man that set up all the phone system.
Please deposit another 10
and
cents.
so if you have a problem with any of your phones, blame it on Mars.
Only the internet stuff.
Because you used to work for AT&T, did you not? Or did you work for Southwestern Bell?
I started with Southwestern Bell and went to AT&T.
How did that work out for you?
Well, it worked out well. I mean, I worked 40 years, so made me a nice living.
There you go.
Yeah, it was good. Till the Yankees took over, and then I had to leave.
Oh.
The who took over?
He's blaming it on the Yankees.
New Jersey. The people from New Jersey.
Okay. Well, I don't know how that all worked out, but I guess that they bought the company.
It worked out well.
Did it?
Yeah, it worked out well for me.
Good.
I'm here.
Were you living in San Antonio when all that happened?
No, I was back here. I was back in Beaumont by that time. Yeah, we were only in San Antonio about 6 years.
Did you put the phone system in the Ramada Inn in Beaumont?
No, sir, I did not.
Okay, just checking.
No, sir.
What, did you have
Why
a
you
problem
say that with a smile on your face like you're proud?
Because I am proud.
Did you have?
I didn't have to get shots or nothing because I didn't go there.
Well,
did you have a problem with phone service while you were there? Or?
No, or other things?
My dad put in the air conditioning system there.
Oh.
It was engine-driven refrigeration. 2 Waukesha engines in a room in the back of
with
the
a single
hotel.
belt on the motor.
Yeah.
No, it was big. Yeah.
Well, nowadays, if you go there, They give you shots going in and shots coming out.
I see. Well, this was not that. It wasn't even open when he drug us over there while he was trying to fix the system.
In the early 60s?
Yeah.
Early mid-60s?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was still a nice hotel then.
Yeah, it was brand new. And it sat out in the prairie. They hadn't even got the freeway in.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Still brand new.
Okay. We're going to take a quick break. In Wheel Time Car Talk continues after these messages.
You own a car you love. Well, why not let Gulf Coast Auto Shield protect it? Houstonian John Gray invites you to his state-of-the-art facility to introduce you to his specialist team of auto enthusiasts. We promise you'll be impressed. Whether you're looking to massage your original paint to a like-new appearance, apply a ceramic coating, install a paint protection film, nano-ceramic window tint, or new windshield protection called ExoShield, Gulf Coast Auto Shield is where Houston's car people go. Curbed your wheels? Instead of buying new, why not have them repaired? How about a professionally installed radar detector? Gulf Coast Auto Shield does that too. Get a peek inside the shop and look at the services offered by getting online and heading to gcautoshield.com. Better yet, stop by their facility at 11275 South Sam Houston Tollway, just south of the Southwest Freeway, and get a personal tour. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is your place to go for all things exterior. Call them today, 832-930-5655 or gcautoshield.com. The award-winning In Wheel Time Car Talk Show now reaches 5.3 million folks each year. Check us out on InWheelTime.com, the Odyssey radio app, YouTube, Facebook, and just about every other entertainment source out there, including our live broadcast every Saturday, 10 to noon Central Time. The In Wheel Time Car Talk Show has informative automotive guest interviews, new car reviews, along with popular features including Jeff's Car Culture, the latest new cars, cruise-ins, and racing dates. It's InWheelTime.com. Join us. That's it for this podcast episode of the In Wheel Time Car Show. I'm Don Armstrong, inviting you to join us for our live show every Saturday morning on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and our InWheelTime.com website. Podcasts are available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeart Podcast, Podcast Addict, TuneIn, Pandora, and Amazon Music. Keep listening, and we'll see you soon.